What's up and welcome to FPL Today. I'm JNO, welcome to the channel and welcome to another player analysis. And today we're focusing on a player I've been worrying about doing the video for, because we are focusing on Sead Kolasinac. I don't know how to say his name, I'm sorry, but he's a left back that has moved from Schalke to Arsenal for a free transfer and could be a promising left back or left wing back depending on the formation that Arsene Wenger plays this season. But quick cheeky plug time, if you also want more from me about FPL, go and follow my Twitter channel at JNO United, where you can get more from me, especially during the season on the weekends when the games are happening. Anyway, on to the episode, and Sead Kolasinac, just accept that I'm going to get his name wrong until I hear a commentator say it in a football game. But he comes into an Arsenal side that potentially needed a left back. Monreal is very reliable, but it looks like Gibbs was falling out of favour, and Monreal can play in the back three. I don't know if Arsene Wenger wants to put Monreal into a back three, or if he's going to throw away his experiment with back three with two wing backs. However, he comes into the Arsenal side with some decent strengths and some decent stats from his time at Schalke. His strengths are his defensive contribution. While he is a left back, he is very good at keeping an eye on his right winger and helping out the defence, and he's very good at tackling as well. So, of course, naturally those are attributes you would like in a defender. I was surprised by this weakness coming up on Who Scored, which is the website whoscored.com that I get most of these stats from for players that have come from outside the Premier League. His weakness is crossing. Now, for a left back or a right back, me personally, I'm not a manager, but when I play Football Manager, I like wing backs that can cross the ball. So I was surprised to see this weakness in his play. His style of play, how he likes to play the game, he likes to play short passes, likes to tackle and commits fouls often. Now, players that foul often can get us minus points from yellows and red cards, so that is something to keep into consideration if you are looking at Sead Kolasinac as a good left back for your side. Now, in the FPL transfer window episode that I put up last week, we did cover his first season, but we will go over it again. In 2016-2017 for Schalke, he had 24 starts. He managed to get 3 goals and 5 assists. That is very, very promising for a left back. If he gets put down as a defender in FPL, that means he could be a great option for us. Shots per game was only at 0.7, key passes only at 0.9. He had 2 Man of the Match awards and an average rating of 7.32. However, we have to consider that Schalke didn't have the best season last season, so those stats look even more promising from that perspective. In 2015-2016 season, he had 18 starts. Maybe he picked up an injury somewhere. That, of course, had an effect on his stats overall. He only got 1 goal in that season with 0 assists. Shots per game was down to 0.5, key passes down to 0.7. The amount of Man of the Match awards he got was 0, and he got an average rating of 6.76. So last season is maybe the season that Arsenal noticed him and decided to bring him in. It does help that he was on a free transfer, of course, because the 2015-2016 season wasn't very promising. 2014-2015 season, he was injured for the majority of it. Now, that is worrying to me because I do not want to bring in a player that I have to keep taking out and bringing back in and taking out. Injury-prone players can be a bane on an FPL manager's season, especially if they get injured after you've made your transfer. So that may be something we have to consider as far as Sead Kolasinac is concerned. And then in the 2013-2014 season, he had 21 starts, 0 goals. However, he did get 2 assists, 0.5 shots per game, key passes at 0.4 as well, 1 Man of the Match award and an average rating of 7.05. So it looks like Arsenal mainly bought him for last season's performances. However, that was last season where Schalke didn't do too well, so that is very promising. His goals and assists is promising, so he's a player to keep an eye on. But with that injury proneness which affected a couple of his seasons, and the fact that this is his first real good season in 2016-2017, I would be a little bit wary of putting him into my side, especially from the beginning. Estimated price, because he's an Arsenal left back, it's going to be 5.5 or 6 million. If he's at 6 million, I will not be considering him at all. There's no point in me looking at him. If he's at 5 for some strange reason, then he might be a very good pickup. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video on Sead Kolasinac. I hope I pronounced that right. If you've enjoyed the video, please make sure to hit that like button because it helps me out immensely, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. You're going to be getting FPL content as much as possible on this channel. I've been J&O, this has been FPL Today, and remember, it's all about the game.